Darian Durant joins us live inside Harvard Studio 620 Lounge for our Saskatchewan Community Focus segment, brought to you by Saskatchewan Seniors Mechanism, working towards quality of life for all older adults. Learn about home supports and SSM programs at skseniorsmechanism.ca. Darian, man, you got the bling out, including the freshest of them all, your Plaza of Honour. If you hold it up, we might be able to get zoomed in on the camera there. You just got the ring. How does it feel?
It's amazing. I mean, as a player, we were always allowed to go to the Plaza ceremony to, when the former players were being inducted, and it's something you always think about. Will you have enough longevity? Will you play well enough to be one of these guys one day? And so it's just great to be able to get in with some of my former teammates, the guys I love, including the guy beside me. And man, it's just been an awesome week. And I thank the Roughriders and SaskTel and all the other sponsors for putting together such a great week.
Let's go back to the start, because there's an interesting story to how you got here that I don't think you've ever told before.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then, for me to go in this weekend with Roy Shivers, who was the GM at the time. So I was on Hamilton's neg list initially, and the Ottawa Renegades folded. And, Hamilton had the number one pick in the dispersal draft. Well, the Riders wanted that number one pick so they could select Kerry Joseph. So we're in Atlanta. It's the end of my senior year of college, and we're in Atlanta. And my agent is from Atlanta as well. So he knew Roy. So
what was your agent's name?
His name is Charles Buchanan. And so I'm down in Atlanta and trying to figure out what I'm going to do, if Hamilton will give me a call or whatever. And the Riders have a free agent workout. So my agent calls Roy and is like, man, I got, Darian Durant here. He belongs to Hamilton, but I really want you to check him out. And Roy's like, bring him on out, man. Let's see what he has. So I don't know if it's illegal or not, and I don't know if I'm getting anybody in trouble here. But so I go out there and I just have a killer workout. And, Roy had, he got a chance to see me up close in person. So, a couple weeks go by, and now it's time for the dispersal draft, and now it's time for Saskatchewan to make a trade. So they trade Corey Holmes to Hamilton for, the number one pick in the dispersal draft and an unknown neg list player, which, just so happened to be me. So Roy had a chance to see me up close, and I think he pulled the ultimate heist on Hamilton by getting me and Kerry in the same trade. So that's how I'm here. And, I told Roy on Thursday night, and it's crazy to be inducted with him, but I told him on Thursday night that, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be a Rider. So I really appreciated him for that.
The quarterback that went the other way in that negless player swap was Reggie Ball, who never played it down in the CFL.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Roy pulled it off, like I said, the ultimate heist with that one. So, and I think that's one of the reasons why he's being celebrated, because he made some heck of a moves during his time, and to bring in two Grey Cup champions and Kerry and myself in one single trade is just amazing.
What do you remember about that workout that Roy watched?
I just remember, coming out of college, you're always in the best shape of your life, right? Like you're just fresh off of playing, and you're just in amazing shape. So I was excited about the workout, not really nervous, because I knew that I was prepared. So I remember going out there and just slinging it. And, a lot of those free agent workouts, they may pick one or two guys to come into camp, because a lot of guys haven't been working out. It's been a while since they've been doing anything. So I just remember going out there and having a great day and just putting the ball where I wanted to. It was one of those days that I felt really good about what I did.
Did Roy have to recruit you to actually get you to sign a contract up here? And I say that because a lot of guys that play at a high level in the NCAA and get a look in the NFL, to whatever degree that is, have to kind of be told about what the CFL is about.
No, you know what? I just wanted to play. Before I even left college my senior year, my wide receiver coach by the name of Gunter Brewer, he told me, he said, look, I know you have NFL aspirations, but let's be realistic here, and you may want to think about the CFL. So I had already had some pictures. I'd done some studying, been online, and done my research of the CFL. So whenever that opportunity came, I was ready to go. I just wanted to play. And, Saskatchewan and Roy gave me that opportunity, and it was an easy negotiation, man. I signed on the dotted line immediately because, I felt like once I got to camp, I could show them that I could play, and I just wanted a spot on the roster.
Darian Durant, the legend himself, joins us live on 620 CKRM. Also on our YouTube channel, we just finished rolling some of his highlights there. If you want to check us out, youtube.com/@ sportscage.com. Have you heard of Saskatchewan or Regina before that trade went down?
Not at all. Not at all. Well, I heard, I knew that Roy was the GM there, and that's all I knew. I didn't know where it was or what to expect. But once I got off the plane and I felt the energy, fans are at training camp, something I never experienced. You see that, out there in jerseys and the support. So once you start feeling that, and the first preseason game was just sold out. It was crazy. So, once I felt that energy, I knew that this was a great place to play.
If it was the NFL era now, do you think you would have got more of a look?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that for what I did, I broke 64 records in college. And, I felt like, I feel like with guys like Kyler Murray and Bryce Young and some of these other guys getting, number one overall picks, I at least would have gotten picked by the 7th round, I feel. So it's just a different era of football. I think the spread offense has just changed the way teams play football, and you can see that being implemented in the pros as well. So, I was just 10 years too early.
So doubles, Darian, we talked about the beginning of the career. Let's talk a little bit about later on in the career, right? Obviously, things went great with Saskatchewan, but they didn't finish with Saskatchewan. Ended up going out east. Do you kind of wish things would have went a little different with Saskatchewan?
Absolutely, man. I mean, looking back, if you can play for one franchise for 4 or 5 years, let alone the 11 that I made it,
right.
You don't want to go anywhere else and finish. You pretty much, set your roots in a place. And I just bought a home here, and, for me to have to leave that home 1 year later, you look back like, man, if I could have just.
But that's the CFL curse, isn't it? They always say as soon as you buy a crib, the next thing you know.
Yeah, man. So looking back, absolutely. I mean, it wasn't worth, leaving and leaving everything behind, going out to Montreal just to try to prove a point. We're the ultimate warriors when it comes to this game, and we always want to prove people wrong when they doubt you. And, in this game, the only thing for sure is that you're going to age and you're going to lose some of your ability. And, I would rather that happen here than that bad year I had in Montreal.
Right. Well, congratulations on the Plaza. Are you in North Carolina's Hall of Fame as well, or?
No, not yet,
not
man.
Yet?
I think, I got some calls from them last year, said that, I was on some of the last ballots and things like that. So hopefully in the near future I'll get recognized there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll get the campaign going for you, just like Noah Milligan Jr. for MLP.
Yeah.
You got to get out to the park to sign some autographs. I want to get you out on this because Wes asked an interesting question. How close were you to settling post-football in Saskatchewan?
Well, I was there. Like I said, I just bought a home, and I think my last year was 2016. I just bought the home in the beginning of the season in 2015. So I had planned on just making Saskatchewan home long term. I tried it out back when I was a younger QB in 2009 and 10. I bought a house as well, but I was just too young. I didn't understand, what it meant and, setting your roots somewhere. But towards the end of my career, I was ready to settle down here, and that move kind of just it just changed the trajectory of everything.